Jawaharlal Nehru, a man without whom modern India cannot be imagined. As independent India's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru was saddled with the responsibility of navigating a newly independent country, restarting a ravaged economy, and uniting a people that spent decades under oppression. All this in the midst of a world divided by the Cold War. Many doubted his resolve and his steadfast belief in the strength of India's diversity. But Chacha Nehru always knew of the great potential Indians behold. Unlike other newly independent nations that fell for the lure of dictatorship, India thrived as a democracy, and this was entirely due to the belief of the government of the time. India's constitution too reflected Panditji's deep belief in justice and equality, facets that stand tall even today and help Indians fight for their rights in the face of subversion. His insistence on a free press and his respect for parliamentary opposition are worth remembering, especially today. A visionary, Jawaharlal Nehru sought to establish India as a self-reliant nation in all spheres: science, technology, health, education, military, industry, literature, culture, and even entertainment. His far-sightedness and dream for a strong India is reflected in the efforts he put into nuclear and space research, as a result of which India is a proud member of the elite nuclear and space clubs. Nehruji's 5-year plans built a strong foundation upon which the Indian economy grew into the powerhouse it is. But even as he was readying India to take on the world, he never forgot the struggles within and took steps to prohibit social evils like dowry and encourage modern practices like women's right to property. Taking note of his own international standing, this architect of modern India sought to establish the country as a true leader, and our diplomatic missions of the time attest to this fact. The non-aligned movement firmly cemented India's position as a peaceful nation, unwilling to be swayed by either power bloc and instead creating its own identity. Jawaharlal Nehru's contribution to India can never be overestimated, for he resides in the very idea of our nation. He is and will always remain an indistinguishable part of India. Today, we thank Chacha Nehru for his far-sightedness, for his vision, for his commitment, and above all, for his love for Bharat Mata. Thank you, Nehruji.